Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. Today I want to compare BMW i3s and Volkswagen ID.3 because I own the ID.3 and I have this press car here right now for a week. And what I want to show you is that it's not always about the specs. When you look at the specs, ID.3 has more range, can charge DC faster, has a bigger battery and has more power, motor, rear-wheel drive. i3s also has rear-wheel drive. And when you look at the price, with the same features, the i3s is even more expensive than the ID.3. ID.3 has more trunk space, has more space for passengers. There's a lot of positive for the ID.3. But I want to take you on a ride with both cars and explain that it's more about the drive feel. So when you get a car, when you think of getting a car and you look at the specs, don't let the specs be your deciding factor. Drive the cars that you're interested in. Don't take the car with the biggest specs and it's amazing. And drive it and see how the drive feel is, because we will see how the i3s drives and how my ID.3 drives. Now let's talk about something that's very important to me and it should be important to you as well. It's the driving feel. And what I mean is, how is the steering wheel? How is the car reacting to the accelerator pedal, to the brake? How is it behaving in a corner? How precise is the steering wheel and everything? And ID.3 and i3 cannot be any different when it comes to this. So let's start with the steering wheel. The steering wheel in the i3 here is extremely heavy, so to turn it, you need a lot of force. It's okay, and it's also very, very nervous. So if you move a tiny bit, you feel already there's something happening. But the weird part is, when you drive a bit faster, 130, 160, it moves with the road. So it moves by itself when there is a bump or whatever on the road. And I don't like that. The steering wheel feel in the ID.3 is almost the complete opposite. It's extremely light, but not so light that it moves all over the place. It's just lighter to steer. It's way more precise and it feels better. You get better feedback from the road, and especially it's more stable. When you drive 100, 130, even top speed 150, 160, it just feels incredibly stable, and the car also stays stable. There's no moving around. The brake feel in here is amazing. The regen is just great. It's very strong. It doesn't come in right away. It needs a bit. So when you put your foot off the accelerator pedal, it takes a bit till the regen kicks in fully. But it's strong and it brings you to a stop. It's awesome. And if you have to brake stronger, brake feel is just amazing. You feel in control. When it comes to the brake feel, when you have to brake a bit harder, it feels better in the BMW. That's a problem that I have with my ID.3. The accelerator pedal feel is a bit meh in here. So yes, you have a lot of power, but even in sport mode, when you move it, you don't feel the reaction right away. It always takes a bit, and especially when you go back to regen. It also always feels like there's a bit of a delay, and in comfort mode that's even stronger. But the power is great, I have to say that. It feels very powerful, it feels great. The accelerator pedal is, oh my god, different. So you can feel that the car is hanging on your movement of the accelerator pedal in my ID.3. And it's not nervous. It's not, oh my god, I moved a bit, it's doing something out of control. No. But if you press it, you feel acceleration immediately. And if you take it off, you feel regen immediately. And it gives an amazing feel of control. The power distribution comes in a bit faster in the ID.3, but overall power, I think that the i3s, the BMW, is more. The noise in here is also louder than in the ID.3. At 100 kilometers an hour, it's already louder. 130, it's a bit too loud. At 160, it's not nice to drive. And also, like I said, the steering wheel feel, and you also feel that because of the thin tires, the car is moving with the road. Not a good feeling. In the suspension, of course, it's a very harsh ride in the i3s. You feel every little bump, you feel everything, especially on a highway when you drive faster, it's a bit uncomfortable. For me, that's important, and I love if there's a good balance, and i3 is not a good balance. Handling, so suspension especially, is more comfortable in the Id.3, and of course, again, this is if somebody likes that. I prefer not as a sporty ride. I don't want to feel every little bump, but it doesn't feel like the Id.3 is too soft. So it's not. I don't feel like it's moving all over the place like an SUV. It's exactly the middle ground, and it's perfect for me. And the last is the cornering. It doesn't feel good in corners. It's okay to drive in there, but to drive a bit more sporty, I don't know. I don't know what it is, if it's the suspension or if it is the tires, I don't know, but it doesn't feel good. Id.3 feels way better in corners. It feels stable, it doesn't feel like it's moving, it doesn't feel like you're doing oversteer or anything. It just feels great. And that is what I mean. Yes, the i3s is a great car, but for me, it's about the feeling when driving. And every person has a different taste how they want the car to feel. And for me, the Id.3 just feels amazing. It's the best EV when it comes to driving that I ever drove. How it's just driving, and the mix of all of them, suspension, steering wheel, power delivery, how the accelerator pedal feels, it just fits my way of driving the best. So as you can see, it's really important that you drive the car. So when you have a few cars that you're interested in but you can't decide, drive them, and not just for a few minutes or an hour. Get them for at least 4 or 5 hours, drive around on the highway at fast speeds, on slow speeds in the city, stuff like this. Do it, try it out, see how it feels for you, how the seats are, how the steering wheel feel is, all the things I just said. Try them out and then decide. The specs are not the most important part. But that's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.